The prince who waited 7 years in the ancient kingdom Manari, where the red earth clean green to perfect and the moon was treated as an elder holy saint, there lived a prince named Ian. He was the only king Taro, ruler the White Plains and the river that never ran dry. From childhood, Ian was known not for loud laughter or reckless bravery, but for some rare steadiness. The elders used to say, "This child a spirit does not turn at his feet." When Prince Ian turned 20, the palace buzzed with expectation. Princess married early in Manare. Marriage was not just love, it was alliance, continuity, and blessing. Mothers whispered names, noble daughters. Chiefs brought portraits painted on cloth. Even foreign kingdoms sent emissaries with veiled princesses and heavy gifts. But Ian refused them all. Because 7 years earlier, when he was only 13, he had met a girl named Amari. She was not royal, not noble, not even from a wealthy family. Amari was the daughter of Pater in Loma village, a quiet settlement near the forest edge. Prince Ian had met her by accident while escaping palace lessons one afternoon. He had wandered too far, climbed down from his horse, and sat by the river to sing. That was where he saw her kneeling unzemmed, shaping clay with hands so sure they seemed guided by spirits. Her hair was tied back with a simple cloth, her feet bare, her mien low and toneless, like a secret meant only for theirs. She looked and met his eyes without fear. "You're sitting on my father's clay," she said plainly. Ian had left an unguarded sound. No one had spoken to him like that before. That day, they talked until the sun bent low. About dreams, about fear, about how the world felt too large and too demanding. When the palace guards finally found him, Amari simply waved and returned to her work. But something had been planted. Over the next years, Ian found reasons to pass through Luma village. And Amari, curious, thoughtful Amari never treated him like a prince. She treated him like a boy learning who he was. If after 7 years she does not return, or if my heart changes, I will marry whom you choose. But until then, I will not bind my spirit to a lie. 7 years was a lifetime in politics. The king, weak twice, raised his hand. Let him wait, King Taro said. A ruler who knows patience will not ruin his people. And so the years began. Year taught in loneliness. The palace was full, but his heart echoed. Festivals passed. Weddings were celebrated. Each time, he felt the absence like a missing drumbeat. Year two taught him discipline. He trained harder, studied law, learned the language farmers, traders, warriors, and widows. If he was to wait, he would not wait idly. Years retested his resolve. A beautiful princess from the coast arrived, clever, kind, clearly interested. For the first time, Ian felt doubt. He wondered if he was supposed to be chosen so painfully. That night, he dreamed Amari is hand-shapingly patient, deliberate. He refused again. Year 4 brought loss. King Toru died, and Ian became king before his waiting was done. The crown was heavy. Decisions came sharp and fast. Some whispered that his heart made him weak, but the people noticed something else. Their king listened. Their king did not rush. Their king waited before judgment. Year 5 nearly broke him. A drought threatened Manare. Crops failed. Fear spread. Ian prayed harder than ever before, not for a wife, but for wisdom. That year, rain came late but strong. The people survived. They began to trust not just his crown, but his spirit. Year 6 brought silence. No dreams, no signs, no news. Ian wondered if Amari was alive, married, or had forgotten him entirely. Still, he waited. She stood there, older, stronger, her eyes carrying stories. For a moment, neither spoke. Then Amari bowed. My king. Ian shook his head. You were never required to bow to me. She smiled softly. Some habits are learned in survival. They talked through the night. Amari told him hardship, working in distant lands, shaping clay for strangers who never asked her name. She told him she had refused marriage, not out promise, but because her heart had not settled. I did not know if you waited, she said honestly. But I knew I had to become whole before returning. Ian listened, heart steady. At dawn, he asked only one question. If I were no longer king, if I were simply Ian, would you still choose me? Amari reached into her bag and pulled out a small clay bowl, cracked but carefully mended. I have been carrying this for 7 years, she said. I fixed it many times, because machines are worth repairing. The wedding that followed was unlike any man I had seen. No excessive gold, no forced alliances, just two people who had let time speak and listened. The elders later said, "Of that waits does not beg. It stands, and when it arrives complete."